3 red and 5 black in the discard pile. Of the 6 cards face up on the counter, 2 are red and 4 are black. We can fiddle up them. Okay, that's a menu. That's like a log. So 5 red in all, and 9 black. You have no more moves. So you have to bet now. Black. Large majority of face-off cards are black. And you know that betting against a streak is usually dangerous. Even though you've already chosen, you decide to step away and counter. You can't bear losing again. You think of your grandma, Elsie, trying to win at solitaire for over 80 years. You take a deep breath and keep sweeping. Elsie's been paralyzed from the waist down since she was 21. Her mom was only 2 months old. The winter Elsie taught you to play solitaire. Your parents and sister had been dead for almost a year and you already begun to forget their faces. Although you cook for her, do her laundry, bathe, and even dress her, it still feels like she's the one taking care of you. Close your eyes and feel Elsie stroking your hair. You're 11 years old again, kneeling next to her bed, crying your heart out. Suddenly, the bell rings and you feel an invisible force trying to drag you into the present. Those fucking kids. The first path is following. 2 more. They step on the hose and activate the bell for a second and third time. You don't know what comes over you, but you also things at them that you're too ashamed to remember. You justify yourself thinking that they might be the ones who got into your garage that night, and stole some parts of the replica machine gun you're building. Won't let anyone mess with your project. The Winans steam machine gun is a jewel of your collection. The kids yell at you, old freak, and laugh, sheltered by the distance. Deep down, you know that it can't be them. How would they know which parts of the machine gun were stealing? Anyway, that guard dog's being brought over in a few days and you'll be able to stop worrying. Think about what someone told you at the bar about replacing the hose with a thicker one so that it could only be activated by the weight of a car. And what happens if the kids jump with their bikes and land on top with the wheels, you ask? Kids are always going to find some way to bust your balls, they replied. Try to calm down. Look at the shelves, think of the solitaire. Not you. Your grandma always said that everyone has their place in the world, and that people keep dancing around it without ever reaching it. To win the solitaire, you have to stop dancing. You know what the chances of winning are incredibly low. Almost 0. You can't bring yourself to turn over the next card and decide to start sorting the shelves instead. Doing simple jobs builds up your self-confidence and provides you some illusion of control. I wasn't sure what this is. Replace something. Lower shelf, maybe? Aye. What about the can? Okay, middle shelf, bottle. Upper shelf, empty. Finally. Upper shelf, box. Hope this is a... Good. Ooh. One type of product on each shelf. Nice. Scratch your head. It's time. Sorting the shelves doesn't help. You feel the same urgency as before and you can't think of anything else. Is a card going to be black? You need it to be black. Suddenly the air seems heavy and you find it a bit difficult to breathe. 3 men in black are staring at you. Your window and you see the black Cadillac by the pump. Yes? You wish you'd asked them how they got into the station without you hearing the door open. How they left the car there without... That trembling yes was the only thing you managed to utter. The moose. The moose? After a few seconds of not receiving any response, you decide to break the silence. You bought a woman a whiskey. You don't know if it's the right move, but you try to relax and be more friendly. Do you know of a more effective way to socialize? You told her to dream about your grandma. A chill runs through your body. 2 weeks since that night. I know you had a good time with Martha and have no regrets. Something about the way these men in black ask their questions makes you uneasy. What do you want to know? Granny in the forest. One of the men farther back lets out a cracking noise. Look at him believing he's laughing, but the man in black expression doesn't change. No one answers. It's like they're waiting for another response. My grandma has been bedridden for over 60 years. But in the dream, I saw her running through the woods. Start from the beginning. And don't omit any details. You don't know if it's the way they teach you or because of the certain authority in your voice. What you tell them every dream. 5 or 6 weeks ago, you woke up in the middle of the night, certain that something had happened to your grandma. You ran up to her room and Elsie wasn't in bed. The window was wide open. You ran to it and saw someone walking through the trees. It was her, and she was holding a rifle of the kind your ancestors would have carried in the Civil War. You tried to call out to her. Your grandma started running and shot 2 or 3 times into the blackness of the forest. You were about to go down to find her when a winged figure with glowing red eyes appeared in front of the window and screamed. You stumbled backwards. And after hitting your head on the bedpost, you lost consciousness. You woke up in your bed and remembered the dream almost instantly. You went up the stairs 2 at a time and opened the door to her room. Your grandma slept peacefully. On the bedside table was a glass of milk you bring her every night and a deck of cards she used to play solitaire. During the days that followed, you tried to convince yourself that it had all been a dream, even though you couldn't explain where the little stitches at the base of your skull had come from. After a few seconds, one of the men in black speaks again. The spots on her legs predate her birth hold. What? What's he talking about? Is he referring to the dozens of moles on your grandma's legs? And what did he mean by saying those spots predate her birth? Elsie always makes the same joke when you sponge her calves. Be thankful that you have to clean my legs and not my grandfather's. According to what she told you, her granddad had been shot dead by an experimental weapon early in the Civil War, when his legs were ripped to shreds. The Winans steam gun, son, a machine gun that doesn't appear in any book. You think about the replica you are putting together in a workshop, and you wonder if it was the men in black who had stolen those pieces. You're not telling anyone else about this visit halt. You start to complain when one of the men in black picks up a card from the counter. The top card of the deck. The card terrifies you. Teeth of the men in black seem to tear more than a simple paper. Desperate, you throw yourself under the couch and look for the card. Heart is pounding. Look out of the window and you didn't see the Cadillac. Walk to where the car was parked a few months ago. Step on the hose. The bell rings. The fuck? Jack of diamonds. Motherfucker. It's red. Think about the edge. Think about the edge. One of them. Men in black tore it up. And you remember the noise he made when he chewed it. Was it a threat? A warning? You wonder if you should tell your grandma everything that happened or just keep your mouth shut. Keep playing solitaire with a mark card. What's wrong? I told you it's nothing. That damn pause again. There's something she's not saying. A Mustang purrs. Shake your head. Feeling sad inside. The sound of an engine hides no secrets. It is so loud. There you go. Lee, you're right. You bite your lip and sigh. Why is everything so damn hard? Victoria settles into her seat. Let's start over, okay? Where are we going? It's a surprise. Please. No, Vic. Have some patience. And don't forget this night. Victoria goes and you think this is the best gift in the world. For a moment, you forget all the previous discussions, your obsessions. A giggle, a friendly gesture, making someone feel good ain't rocket science. You look at the clock and can't believe your eyes. You left your house on time, but you're pretty late. How could... Step on the gas. Lee. Lee! You scratch the hot side of your head. Wow, you really hate being told how to drive. Lee? Why doesn't she just tell you to slow down? Take your foot off the gas. Thanks. You're trying your best. You really think Victoria could be the one? The one. Your dad once said a perfect woman doesn't exist. Couples form when people get tired of looking and just give up. You remember your mother's rants, all those women's names she rattled off, as if they were part of an endless grocery list. You won't end up like him. Anything but that. You try to smile and force yourself to be more cheerful. You want a clue? Yes. Victoria looks into your eyes, and you feel the warmth on your face that takes you by surprise. You felt the same thing the first time you saw her in college. You keep looking at her for a few seconds that seem like forever. What? Do I have a booger? Where? You can't help laughing out loud and have a hard time containing the urge to kiss her. It happened 100 years ago. Victoria answers almost immediately. After all, you're both majoring in history. The end of the Civil War. No, not in 1865. I mean exactly 100 years ago, Vic. Oh, let me think then. You're running out of time. There was a cholera outbreak in 1866, right? Cold. And how twisted do you think I am to set up a date theme around a cholera outbreak from a century ago? Comes from far away. Victoria makes a gesture for you to complete the sentence. Just shrug. Comes from far away. I mean, that could be anything. Guess then. Circus? Freezing cold. One would be a source of superstition, but we're talking thousands. A source of superstition. A black cat? Victoria looks at you expectantly, desperate to be right. No, Vic. Just give me a minute. You won't guess it unless... Reach out to open your glove box and Victoria grabs your wrist. Better leave it to me. Victoria opens the glove box and examines its contents. Folder, box, flashlight. What are you looking for exactly? Look at the folder. Victoria opens the folder and examines the documents. Some papers, insurance details. Do you want me to read some of this? Shake your head. The box. Takes out the box and opens it. Let's see what you've been hiding. Think about saying something, but you instantly regret it and keep your mouth shut. Spare change, a lighter, a pack of cigarettes. Nothing to worry about, I reckon. Keep looking, please. A book. 1966 Shelby Mustang. The car handbook? Oh, not that. What else? We got everything out. 1 second, there's this too. Victoria stretches out her hand, and you finally grab the map you wanted. It was folded against the bottom of the glove box. You start talking, and Victoria interrupts you. All that thought while I put everything back. You put the map on the dashboard while Victoria puts away the folder, the box, flashlight. Vic, you know I like it tidy in there. Huh, very funny. Vic flicks through the book she found. Red Badge of Courage? Haven't you read this book 1,000 times already? I know she's testing you. Vic knows exactly why you carried it everywhere. The novel that portrays the era you've obsessed with like no other. What the hell is this? Suddenly you remember you're using the pencil sketch that Victoria drew of you in one of your classes at Bookmark. A sketch she begged you, with tears in her eyes, to destroy, and you swore you already had. Vic, I'm sorry. I swear. Watch out! You swerve to avoid the shape of the road. Victoria looks back. Lee? You almost ran that thing over. Put your hand on Vic's shoulder, trying to reassure her. Her points ahead. Let's keep your eyes on the road, please. He's doing it again, telling you how to drive. At least this time, came right out with it, instead of just saying Lee disapprovingly. You try to control yourself, but it's hard. It's not just this last thing, but the build of all the small gestures. Take the map and throw it in her lap. Victoria raises her hooves. Disbelief. The Leonids, Victoria. We're going to have a dinner watching the Leonids. Victoria says nothing. Forgive me for trying to arrange the perfect date. Try to keep silent, but you can't hold it in. A meteor shower. Phenomenon associated with a passage of the Temple Turtle comet every 33 years. Victoria keeps staring ahead. In 1866, there was one of the most spectacular meteor showers ever recorded. I saw some lithographs in the library. Victoria doesn't even move. Everyone makes a wish on a shooting star. Imagine how many wishes you can make with thousands of stars shooting through the sky. Victoria settles in her seat. You know what, Lee? Shut up. Never heard that tone before from her. Just keep quiet until you reach. She pauses as she examines the map you threw on her lap. Help? Holt Station? You feel your heart pounding. Your hands are shaking. That's what she wants? For you to keep quiet? For you not to say a goddamn word? Your hands grip the wheel tight. All the preparations you made for tonight. Your friend Freddy had worked out the ideal place to see them in all their splendor away from the city lights. And when you noticed Holt Station was inside the area, you didn't hesitate. But now Vic had ruined it. What the fuck? Something hits the Mustang antenna. What the hell is that? Stop, Lee. Stop. For some reason, didn't understand. Speed up. Slow down. Lee, please. Lee. Lee, Victoria's words make no sense. Mustang hits the edge of it, flipping over. Spectacular. Neither of you survive. Oh boy. Fuck. I guess I have to stop the car then. I stopped the car. You slammed on the brakes. Instinctively, you put a hand in front of Victoria to keep her from hitting the windshield. But the car invited dead bed in front of the headlights. Animal had hit the hunter and somehow get entangled. I can't believe it. What are the odds of something like this happening? Don't bats have some advanced echolocation system, like a submarine sonar? What starts as a simple grunt in your throat emerges as a helpless scream. Fuck. Dramatic voice acting by me. This is what I get for trying to do something different. I should have gone to the movies. The Vic's whispering. It doesn't take long to see why. Over there, the coyote is watching you from where the dark of the forest meets the light of the moon. Vic, we got this. He's not interested in us. You point to the dead bat. They're scavengers. You hear a growl that quickly multiplies. Okay, you need to get the fuck out. You're surrounded. It's not the first time you've faced coyotes in the woods, but you're in taking inches. When I say run to the car as fast as you can, try to recall all this advice you've heard for situations like these. Make lots of noise with your arms around. One of the coyotes front of you approaches. No. The coyote goes in. Yep. Courage for screams. There's a coyote destroyed the feast. Alright, so I guess I have to wave around. Is it this one? On my left? Fuck. Shit. 3 coyotes advance at once. Yelling or waving your arms around won't be enough this time. The trick seems to work and all coyotes back down. No coyote advances this time. Your chance of going on offensive. Okay, run to the car. Oh, for fuck's sake. So offensive then. The coyote retreats and you feel more and more confident. You get in a car, close the doors. Victoria starts laughing. Although you know the reaction is more adrenaline than anything else, you start laughing too, then kiss her. You start up the car, and the V8 roars into life. Soon a trip. After a few wordless minutes, you suddenly remember something. Holt. Vic. Going to the Holt's gas station. Victoria starts whistling. The doubts, the fears, everything seems a bit ridiculous now. You think about the plans you made for tonight and smile. I'd really like to hear you whistle. He turns out the car and looks at you in the eye. He smiles. That smile seriously pisses you off. You try to return the smile, but you feel the hatred burning inside you. It's not just Lee. The problem goes deeper. Why did you choose to smile? Why is it so hard to tell him? Wait here, Vic. I swear you won't believe it. But you live and take a deep breath. Seemed greet someone. Hold? Lee had written Hold Station on the map he'd thrown in your lap 20 minutes ago. He'd written it by hand, and it might as well have said Hort Station or Halt Station. Hell Station even. Handwriting has always been intriguing to you. You remember that time you mentioned it to him, and he responded with a disproportionate anger. A nonsensical rant which involved several philosophers of language. Not because you told him his handwriting was dreadful. But you now know where these reactions come from. That night you two got drowned by the lake, Lee told you that his father would have wanted to be born ugly. After initial response, you couldn't stifle a belly laugh, and Lee looked down. For a few minutes, he didn't want to tell you anything else. Finally convinced him to continue. I always got what I wanted just by smiling. Ugly people have to develop other muscles. Unfortunately, those other muscles are the ones that last. I couldn't believe those words had come out of the mouth of a flesh and blood human being. Maybe some poorly written character from a cheap romantic novel, but Lee's father? I picture Lee that night, throwing pebbles from the shore wall about his father's teachings. That frustration. Was that the night you got pregnant? Or been drinking? Suddenly, you find it difficult to breathe. The interior of the car feels like getting smaller and smaller. You need some air. You close the door. Close the door slowly. You know what Lee is like with his new car, and breathe in it. Victoria? Vic, this is Holt. Holt, Victoria. Hello. Responded with a greeting, but they didn't seem to care that much. Be right back, Vic. See them walk away with a box they took out the trunk. The effort Holt's putting in, it seems heavy. What's inside the box? What's David? You know that Lee has some business on the side beyond his work as an intern at university. You heard some rumors, and you have your suspicions. However, you never did too much digging. Prefer to keep it a mystery, something to make Lee a little more interesting. You light a cigarette. Would Lee? The question that you still haven't had the courage to ask. Be a good mother? The clicks repeat at irregular intervals. Small moths approach the light to get electrocuted. Is that love, Victoria? You laugh and shake your head from side to side. Think of all the manuscripts you've torn up. You've tried poetry, drawing. History seemed like an obvious choice. You don't need any talent to be a historian. Oh. Hello? The man talks to himself while holding something in his hand. Have you seen any winged creatures flying? So moment you think he's asking some tricky question and remain silent. There's something about him tells you that he's genuinely asking. Look at the man bathed in the shine of the streetlight and the scene fascinates you. Surreal, some of your old friends would have said. The ones that organize poetry nights and read Lothromont. I can't read. Excuse me, you are... Oh yeah, sorry. Hill. Lou Hill. Writer. Victoria Greenberry. History student. When creatures, Mr. Hill. Lou, please. Can I call you Victoria? I'm looking into about a dozen reports, Victoria. Numerous witnesses claim to have seen human-sized winged creatures flying over the area. Angels? Lou smiles, but the smile doesn't last long on his face. Look there, on the top of the trees. It won't take you long to find one. You aim at the area Lou just told you. Everything's so blurry, so you decided to adjust the binoculars. The wheel. Left? Can't focus, try adjusting. Ah! It's adjusted to compensate for just my alibi. Try to adjust to this. Okay. Oh. There you go. What the? Just a second. But you think you saw something up there? Was it suggestion? I don't think they're angels, Victoria. Before I tell you my theory, I need your help. Could you draw in this notebook what you just saw? Sure. Any other time, I refuse with some witty comment, but there's something about Lou Hill that invites you to play along. Whether if the fact that he presented himself as a writer has something to do with it. Okay, so I think drawing a head first would be good. It's like small. Yeah, draw the body. It is a wide chest with a short. Yeah. Never mind, that is not what it looks like. I think it's this one. Yeah, looks like it. I think. Wide. Weird like it looks. Yeah, I think it's this one. Small round body with chicken wings. Okay, I don't think it's the... I think it's this one that's... Oh, never mind. That's not... I think it's this one. There you go. We're giving it back, you write some notes, further describe what you saw. No one asked for them, but somehow they make you feel less anxious. I felt confident about your work. Lil looks at the notebook for a few seconds that feel too long. Think about that time you showed your sketches, our teacher, and how you embarrassed you in front of the rest of the class. Motherfucker. What? Sorry. I'm sorry to myself. I can't help but blush. Victoria. For once, I'm glad to hear Lee's voice. All good? Although he seems to be talking to you, Leaf keeps staring at Lou. Lou Hill. Writer. Lou holds out his hand. Lee Miller. Historian. Lee walks over and puts his arm back to Lou. You must have been annoyed that Lou introduced himself as a writer. Although it's hard for you to admit it, you'll like to be hugged. Feel safe. I think you would also feel safe in your grandmother's arms, or in the arms of any other strong women in your family. But the heat of Leaf's body, the hardness of his muscles. Remember all those biologists' arguments you hate so much and can't help but smile. It's like you're cheating when nobody's looking. Come on, Vic. Let's see the surprise. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and let the Lee guide you. Open them. Oh. So, what do you think? Oh. Romantic dinner for two. Under the same meteor shower that amazed our ancestors. You instinctively put your hand on your belly. When you realize it, you quickly put it in your pocket. You look at that dog tied to the post. The dog growls at the dark. Interesting. I've known Lou Hill for a few months now. The first time you talked to him was at the Moose. Lou was looking for information about some unusual lights in the sky. Nobody would talk to him. We're going to the restroom. You went over to his table and suggested he buys a drink first. When you got back, Lou was already talking to Rick and Stella. Their tongues sufficiently loosened. Raise his glass in your directions and smile. Although it wasn't you who gave him the nickname, you feel a little guilty. Since that night, most locals refer to him as Lou Reveal Hill. What do you recall about the encounter with those men in black? Smile. What does he mean? It's only been a week. Think about how to answer. You know, Lou, he loves asking questions. So you're going to tell him one thing and one thing only. No follow-up questions. Ooh. I got a feeling. I think this is what gets a lot. Investing the interest in a dream about my grandma. Who listens carefully. Talk about the dream. Want some details. You don't tell him anything about the stitches in your head. You know, if you did, he keeps asking questions all night. Lou remains pensive. Before he even opens his mouth, you try to change the subject. Red or black? What? The card. Red. You turn over the card. It's red. Good. It's a solitaire my grandma taught me. No one could ever win it. Lou suddenly seems interested. And how do you play it? Rules are simple. But winning? There's a reason why it's called Impossible Solitaire. Let me show you. Oh boy. Oh, it's like Spider, I think. The objective is to move every card from the board. Or Spider or Pyramid. I think there's like a term there. You can move any card whose rank is higher or lower than the utmost. Topmost card is in discard pile. Say there's file in the discard pile. You can either place a 4 or a 6 on top of it. Remember that if there's a K in a discard pile, you can replace an A. A comes after K. The opposite is also true. Oh, this is not like Pyramid. But there's like a tear. So, say cards to move. Seems you don't want, alright. When you're stuck, you can turn over the card from the stock to the discard file. But to turn over, you need to make a bet first. Black or red? Which one's gonna be? Lose a bet, you lose the game. Son of a bitch is almost unwinnable. A bit black. Nice. Okay, select a card, a 6. Shit, I don't really understand. Fuck. Okay. Bet. Red. Fuck. Oh, for fuck's sake. Solitaire. I got the achievement for that. Okay. New game. Let me try. Okay, okay. So I have to... Okay. 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jackie boy. Alright. There's a 10 there. Okay. Turn over. Red. Oh. Okay. 2. Oh, for fuck's sake. 2. Red. It's nothing. 2 black. Holy shit, my luck is in my side. Okay, 6, 7, 6, 6, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, 4. Okay. Red. Okay. Left. 4. I don't think it's in. Okay, turn over. Red. Holy shit. Red again? Ah. Okay. I'm gonna try and beat it, I think. You hear barking from the back of the station. Trent. When they brought him in, they told me his name was Chase. Fuck it, it's Trent for me. You know Trent, right? From the Moose? Tall, prominent belly, and a scar parallel to the growth of his beard. You laugh heartedly. Blue Hill might be a bit of a pain in the ass, but no one could deny that he was good with descriptions. You think about the book he's given you. He signed it and everything. Where did you leave it? I call him Trent because he barks like Trent on open mic Tuesdays. Come on, let's go to the garage and see the machine gun. I spent a lot of time playing the solitaire. Not complaining. So is this his idea of a special day? Looking at shooting stars while holding your hand? Telling you his plans for the end of the semester? I can't stop thinking about the raw strength of the hug from a minute ago. Or how he scared the coyotes away by yelling and throwing stones at them. Think about your friend May. All those dark fantasies she told you about. But holding hands like this, smiling and talking and looking into each other's eyes, it feels like giving up, doesn't it? You know you're to blame too. Aren't you playing the perfect girlfriend role? Don't you make eyes at him? Don't you say love whenever you call him? So is this it, Victoria? Is this what you want for the rest of your life? Why don't you make up your mind just for once? You think of me again, of those women she'd claimed to know who could solve your situation using a coat hanger. You won't be the first or the last. The dog barks like a maniac and you appreciate the distraction. A mixture of guilt, anguish, and apathy takes over you. And now what? Is he looking like that? Doesn't he say anything? Does he ask you the question? Of course you are excited. The door is Victoria. You smile. You can't believe how lucky you were. Well, that was a fucking... Already told me they're about to release their first album, and it seems they'll be playing in New York. Are we going to see them live again then? Even though you try, you gradually stop listening to him. Hesitancy returns in all those questions. And the fucking dog won't stop barking. What had been a distraction is now driving me crazy. What the hell is wrong with him? Ooh, shooting fucking stars. Why don't you make a wish, Victoria? How about going home? Covering your face with a pillow and sleeping for 18 hours straight. Feel like crying it and try to calm down. Those eyes. That creature you thought you saw. And the treetops with loose binoculars. Had it been real? Not just your imagination? Vic. You know what? I'm tired of it already. Exhausted. I've been trying and trying for more than 10 minutes. Can you tell me what's wrong with you? Stay silent. You need to think. But Lee's right. It's not fair to either of you. So much noise, it's impossible for you to concentrate. You know, they're all excuses though. Winged monsters don't exist. It's just your brain desperately trying not to focus on what's important. A sudden scream chills your blood. And silence takes over everything. Have you met Lee? Tall guy with a blonde girl. He made xenographic copies of some docs I've used to assemble this beauty. Where did you get the docs from? You bite your lower lip. Do all writers ask so many questions? Lee works at the university, in the history department. Lou adjusts his glasses. You don't know why, but that gesture irritates you. The Winans doesn't work like a normal machine gun. Normal machine guns use gunpowder to fire projectiles. Do you know what the Winans uses? Centrifugal force. Interesting. Lou repeats the gesture with the glasses. Today, Lee brought me some ketchup grenades. Do you know about ketchup grenades? Lou shakes his head, readjusts his glasses for the third time in less than 5 minutes. Take a deep breath. All we can't stand. Let's take. Their chums are similar to footballs in shape. They have to land on their to explode. They were highly inefficient. In Port Hudson, for example. The Confederates used sheets to catch them without. Then threw them back to the Union soldiers. I was about to say something when you hear a scream that makes blood run cold. You have a shotgun without thinking twice. It's coming from the back, come on. You don't have a good feeling about it. Something's not right. Trent, no. Although it feels like a dream, somehow you know. The creature is real. The dog's suffering is real. There'll be no waking up from this. You aim to your gun. Shit. But you don't have a clean shot. You hear the muffled moans of your dog. The fear blinds you. You drop the shotgun and grab into the chain. Sort of a bitch is trying to strangle. Come on, hurry. Before they arrive, you feel the pull. And the floor disappeared. I'm gonna die. Hold. You know you should hit the floor soon. Don't move. Listen to Vic, hold it. Your sister's a nurse. Who wants you to be broken? My dog. Turn Lee helped to your feet. Lou doesn't take his eyes off the winged creature for a second. Let go. You just let go. What? 1 second. I know where your dog is, hold it. Wait a minute. Got something in the car. Let's go. A gift from Freddy. Cool, right? Try to get up, but you feel dizzy and stumble. Victoria Guide gives Lee a disapproving look and helps you keep your distance. Follow me. Distance or balance? Thanks. They would have liked to smile at her. After all, Victoria just wants to help. But I can do it myself. You get your rifle and walk with the rest into the blackness of the forest. We should go in. That direction. No. I think we should go that way. Lee. Now what? The place where Trent fell. I've calculated it by projecting the point where the creature dropped it on its map. Calculated? You've calculated, you say? Weren't you a writer? Lou, don't mind him. Do what you want. Constantly checking the map, Lou leads the group on. We should be close. Oh. Now it is pounding. Please. Press his chest. Use both hands, just like that. We're curious. Do you know that the cardiopulmonary resuscitation procedure was discovered by Dr. Knickerbocker while we're trying to save a dog? As he speaks, Lou carefully examines the toiletries. It was at Johns Hopkins University. Victoria rests her hand on yours and moves her head from side to side. Stop pressing, and a few tears roll down your cheek. The interesting thing is what happened to the dog afterwards. Shut it, Lou. Oh, just his glasses. But Victoria. Why didn't you shoot? His brains. Deep down, you know that's just the guilt talking, and that maybe there was nothing you could have done differently to save him. Lee, you seen Lee? It's time to look around. Lee's gone. Walk faster to keep your thoughts at bay. What the hell is wrong with her? Why don't she even listen to him? Ryder says to fuck her. Sir, you walk through the woods confident that you will be the one when Holt's dog. But then, Vic, what weird little face for me? Oh. Hello? Yeah. You're a dense forest area where the darkness is almost total. Walk even faster than before. Finally, you reach a clearing and look at the sky. When your shower is gaining intensity. Your heart is in anguish and you find it hard to breathe. Are you watching the Victoria? Are you? You hold your head in your hands. The last time I cried like this when you were 16. Come home early and tried to separate them, and your father took it out on your ribs. His blows were like a rain of sledgehammers, and his breath reeked of alcohol. He pushed you against the wall and you ended up on the floor. Mom was clutching her head when your dad took a deep breath and kicked you in the stomach. Won't hit you in the face because it's the only thing you got going for you. And one day, you won't have it anymore. You carry your father's photo in your wallet not to remember how good he looked. Hell no. Whenever the pain was too much, it scratched his entire face until his features blended without cuts in the paper. What the? Seem to hear something. Kind of rumor. Think of a noise hands make when they shake the dust at an odd volume. River? Try to think of it of what a map you got in a car. Can't remember seeing a river here. Further west, sure, but here? As I get closer, you hear it more clearly. You feel kind of calm. Not peace, but numbness. Suddenly, the widest light you've ever. Even when there's no river nearby, the sound is deafening. What? You feel the light pulse with painful intensity, as if millions and millions of red ants were sinking their little jaws in your skin. Pain turns into light. You want to scream, but you have no mouth, nor larynx or lungs, and the white that precedes everything consumes you. I don't know how long it takes. Feel the urgency of what is yet to be, and what makes you desperate. What the fuck is happening? You feel the white light leaving your body. You hear your own voice screaming at the top of your lungs. You drop to the floor and cover your head with both hands. You're filled with a sense of completeness that you cannot explain. We all need a little darkness. Okay. Lee. Where's that idiot? Calm down, Victoria. He knows how to take care of himself. That's right. He's going to show up eventually. Did you know that he chased away a pack of coyotes with screams, some stone, and a blow on the hood of his car? Lou smiles. I wonder if it's authentic or calculated gesture to show some empathy. What's your business with Lee? Walt looks at you for a few seconds before answering. I think of one of the computers at the campus. The IBM 7047 7040. You know what it's called because you once wrote a poem about that title. Oh, it's like a computer. The outside is impossible to tell what it's evaluating before giving you an answer. I shouldn't tell you anything. Walt lowers his voice. But you shut Lou up back. I'm going to make an exception. Who tells you about Lee's business? Self-original civil pieces? Graphic. A piece of historical documents. I didn't mean. Don't worry. He knows what he's doing. Your twig snapping. He's there. Grandma? The side of Holt's grandmother. I remember seeing you. Thing looks like an image from some painting. A wet dream for almost any of your classmates. An image that not only defies gender stereotypes, also demolishes social constructs like that of grandma in classic stories. Expression on Holt's grandmother's face changes. Features soften. My legs. Grandma. Holt picks up his grandma and helps her sit against the trunk. Looks at his dog's corpse and beckons you to answer. It's a buried Trent before curtain. Nod your head. How do you feel, ma'am? Confused. Here, Victoria. You then hear him approach. You got a handkerchief without thinking twice. A strange feeling runs through your body. Shouldn't you have at least considered some other option? Clean up her legs. You rub the handkerchief against her calves and gradually remove the mud stains. Scrub harder. I was probably your age when I stopped feeling my legs. Holt's grandmother sighs and closes her eyes. Have you ever seen so many moles together? Lou speaks almost in whispers. You wonder why? Let's go. Lou picks up the old rifle and examines it briefly. Holt looks at you with an expression you can't quite make out. Are you okay? No, you're not okay. But what are you gonna tell him? That you're pregnant? That your boyfriend is missing? That winged creatures out of an old puff magazines are apparently more than just fiction? You walk for a while in silence. What was? Try to think of something else, Victoria. A few minutes ago, you all started hearing the screams, noticing sudden movements in the treetops. We're almost there. Oh boy. You find it hard to believe what you're seeing. Why are all these creatures flying over the gas station? Interesting. Holt punches Lou in the shoulder. Well, interesting? Did you find it interesting what they did to Trent? We're not in one of your cheap books, Lou. A sudden silence befalls the group. Listen. No. Just cover me. You close your fist tightly, trying to exercise that impotence you feel. Was it hard for him to hear what you had to say? Shake your head from side to side. What's even a plan, running with his grandma in his arms? Why does he have to be a hero? Well, the shriek chills your blood. Fuck. Lou looks at you as if waiting for something. How many bullets in your rifle? 3. Oh, what the fuck? Oh no. Oh, hope it's enough. Well then at least we're halfway to the gas station. Winged creatures under street lamps. The light, Victoria. Those creatures seek the light. Oh, okay, so... Okay, take the aim. So, aim the lamp on the... Okay. Aim the farthest lamp on the right. Shoot. You have 2 bullets left. Tell her to aim. Center lamp on the right. The winged creature flies to the farthest pool. And it does so over. Desperate, you run for help. Oh. Okay, I didn't. Payment consciousness. Oh, for fuck. Okay, so I have center up on the right. Okay. All clear. Okay. Help me with holding this. And that's inside. Is someone going to make a wish? You laugh under your breath. Look at Holt and looks away. Wonder if he's pissed because you saved him? I still can't believe everything that's happened tonight. You know that as soon as you stop to think, touch your belly and fight back the tears. Lou looks at his watch. The Leonids are reaching their point of highest intensity. The screeching is deafening. Freaking creatures. I think I saw one in a dream I told you about, Lou. Lou stares at Holt's grandmother. We're sure it was a dream. Lou is about to add something but suddenly falls silent. You approach the window. As your hand on the glass. Stop looking at their dance. Before meeting Lee, you have some experience in college, experiences by which you sought to open the doors of your perception. Lee doesn't know, and you don't know how he would react if you find out. But the strange dance of these creatures in the sky beats anything you experience while tripping. Called him the Jevar of the hills. What he did lacked a literal component. It had nothing to do with a taxidermy business, even less with mummification. His shrunken animal heads were art, sold as collector pieces. One afternoon, Liam, his only nephew, stole a bear head. The head had been emptied of viscera and was floating in a solution his uncle used in the early stages of the miniaturization process. I can't read. Liam lifted the head out of the bucket, wiped it dry, put it on, like a helmet. He stripped naked, left the house, ran into the village. Liam entered the church in the middle of the mass, screaming at the top of his lungs, moving his arms up and down as if he were... One of the congregation members pulled out a gun and shot him. You remember the sheer terror you felt when you saw the bare man running towards the altar. This is worse. Huh? Worse? Than what? Telling the story of Will and his uncle, far over the hills. Somehow I feel safe telling the stories from the past. As for what's on the other side of the window, this fear can't be any more present. Got some clippings from the case. Liam's story was an unfortunate event. It explains what happened to him. It also provided an all-too-easy explanation for other sightings in the area. The dog man? The owl woman? Many people told me stories about similar creatures in the moose. Lou adjusts his glasses. Lou Raphael Hill. You think I don't know what they call me in town? It may be true that some people make up stuff to get a beer, but imaginations have limits. And in the long run, we tend to rely on real experiences when telling a story. Mothmen. They're somehow related to the Leonids and the gathering of all these creatures. Maybe he's right, and all the creatures outside started to appear after the aerial dance of these Mothmen. Mothmen? Why the name? Moths are attracted to light. Look at the sky, illuminated by dozens and dozens of shooting stars, and you nod. Like the name. Because of Lou's explanation, but because you know it's easy to squash a moth. This isn't the first time that Mothmen appeared during the Leonids. Grandma? Better? What are those shrieks, love? It's painful for you to see how confused she was. Second, turn on the radio. Static. Left. Static. You never sung. You never sung at a moose. Not even on those lights when egged you on and the booze in your system had drowned your inhibitions. Almost without realizing it, you start singing the lullaby Elsie used to sing to make you sleep. Although more than 40 years have passed, the words come to your mind, one after the other. Close your eyes and caress her hair, singing all the time. As soon as you feel the rhythmic, I can't fucking read. Breathing of your grandmother. Rhythmic breathing of your grandmother. You get up. What was that? Lee? George tries to hug Lee. That was something you don't understand. And time does he look up? How have you been? Victoria. Some space. It takes a few seconds to start speaking. I think I got lost in the forest. See, George grabs his arms, tries to smile. The sound of it. Felt someone look. After walking for a while, the noise was deafening. But there was no river. He starts to cry. George tries to calm him down. As soon as he regains his composure, Lee keeps talking. And then came the white. I don't know how to explain it. It was as if I could see everything and nothing at the same time. And I looked up to the sky to watch the shooting stars. It stood on two legs. Like this, you know. It's like us. What the hell is going on? I think the time has come. Let me tell you a few things. Lou clears his throat and begins to speak. Though you can't stand his tics or his false dramatics, I want to know what's going on. The Leonids occur every 32 years. Some are intense like those of 1833, or the ones in 1866. Others are weak, 1899 for example. And those are the ones we have records of. You notice that Victoria grabs Lee's hand. Lou walks over to the window and points to the sky. This year they're intense again. 1866, 1966. Why a 100-year difference and not 99? That 1 year discrepancy bothers me too. And I think it has to do with the problems of our calendar. The periodic adjustments that we are forced to make. Tell me, have you ever seen a medieval manuscript? No one answers. Just as you're about to open your mouth, Lou continues. You're usually adorned with warrior rabbits standing on two legs. Do you think these rabbits came from the imagination of medieval scribes alone? Those rabbits existed, and they were annihilated by man. Each meteor shower spawns new bipeds, and it was in one of those storms that mankind arose. What makes us different from all of them is that we survived by destroying any other biped that came along, or by reducing them to the realm of gossip or fiction. Outside, the creatures begin to fight. Why? What motivates them? And what about Lou? You believe everything he says? After all, Lou's a writer. Your grandma's cough sounds like a noise of a tractor's engine refusing to start. Grandma? To kill them all. The voice with which she speaks seems to come from much further back down. We had a secret weapon. We would use it to finish off the upright beasts. They decided to test it on war. Elsie, talking about take the winnings from the battlefield. Hey, Grandma caresses her legs. I just want to finish the mission. What? Victoria and Lee look at each other. Lou walks up to you and tells you, almost in a miswhere, but the moles in your grandma's legs correspond exactly to her grandpa's wounds. Did you ever tell Lou about your grandma's legs? Confused. Lou seems to notice. It's not such as 3 bears that the moose hold. People tell me things. And what about Lou? You believe everything he says? After all, Lou's a writer. People tell me things. Lou speaks softly, but his words resonate loudly in your head. The moles on your grandmother's legs. Her grandfather's legs riddled by bullets in the Civil War. Could it be that Elsie's grandfather was talking to you through your grandmother's body? The Winans. The Winans. A project that has obsessed you for a long time, and now you think you know why. You decide not to think too much about Elsie, her grandfather, the moles, the men in black. Terrified that behind all your decisions, something more than your own free will was at work. Come on. Quick, let's get her up. No, it's still not working. What do you mean it's not working? It has some kind of safety mechanism. Still haven't been able to assemble it successfully. Here, see? Oh boy. The L's. You look at Lou's with curiosity. The blueprints, here. Those L's are the rubric of a secret society founded in the middle of the last century. It's not so secret if you know what about it, isn't it? Lou doesn't answer you. Why the L? Some say it's because of the way the knight moves on the chessboard. Others say it's because of Lewis Carroll, author of Alice in Wonderland. Exactly. I let them talk. Lou closes his eyes, holds a hand on the bridge of his nose, and clears his throat. Can this guy be any more affected? It's like I found that weighed 2 pounds. I sawed it up one day, in pieces 8 of equal weight. How much did each piece weigh? Everybody says 1/4 pound, which is wrong. A riddle? At this moment, Victoria strokes her chin, and Lee nods his head slightly. It's counting something. You think it's time for the riddle, Lou? Lou raises his hands and moves aside. Take a deep breath. It shouldn't be that hard to find the right configuration. Okay, I guess rotate the piece from the first row. First piece. Rotate to the left. The mechanism locks into place with a click. Hell yeah. I got the achievement for that. Although outside the creature's shouts are getting louder, you can't help but to feel a certain happiness. The wind ends is finally complete. Now, everybody out. Elsie stands next to the wind ends, holding a rifle. Oh, that's the grandma. Lee, Lou, and Victoria stand back a little. Crack your knuckles and take a deep breath. The helmet of Winan's team-powered machine gun feels something strange. You find it hard to put into words. It's as if somehow the present has given way to the past. Oh, shit. Rabbit men. They're weird creatures. Cannon fodder in a war against upright beasts. Aim. Aim to the left. Shoot. Enter. Oh shit. Right. Oh shit. Right? No, 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 no. Left. Okay. Center. Oh shit. Beware of the dogmen. They're behind rabbitmen. The dogmen are more resistant than the rabbitmen. Hurt them without killing them, they get mad. Okay, I guess I have to... Oh. Oh, what the... Eat this bullet. I'm here to cover you, but don't get too confident. Kill one upright beast, then I need to reload. Okay, I need to... Oh. Sign. Hey, where are you going? Okay, so I have to... Okay, this is really... Die. The beast attack. Okay. I need to... Two men and a woman. Gone. Deserters. Good deep. Guess those creatures over there. Managed to wound them without killing them. Isn't wrong, get snappy. Take advantage of them to generate a chain effect. Okay. Gonna cause a... They're right. Oh man. It's like dog. Light to the front. Careful. Take advantage of the rare moment of calm on a battlefield to talk to Alice. Shake your head from one side to another. You know that Lou was the first to leave. The helplessness eats you up inside. Go look for them. What? If we're going to fight here, we'll fight all together. Oh. I should have saved. God damn it. I want to keep running. I should be out there. And win my red badge of courage. Red badge of courage is the style of the Civil War novel. Read and reread over and over again. tells the story of a Union soldier who flees a battlefield. From that first act of cowardice, the only thing the protagonist longs for is to receive a war wound. The definitive proof that he had become a man. Your red badge of courage? You want a real badge of courage, Lee. I'm pregnant. Your head spins, finding it difficult to organize your thoughts. You're going to be a father. You think of your own father, of all your suffering. I don't know if... I'm a coward, Rick. Lee. Did you know that Stephen Crane wrote Red Badge of Courage without ever having set foot in a real battlefield? The first time you saw Lou, you wanted to twist his arm and bring him to his knees. Now you smile, you put an arm on his shoulder. Thanks, Lou. Come out and fight. Not if you move. Out, I said. A Red Badge of Courage. You don't. Push. Rotates his shoulders and around the sense of chest. Oh shit. You hear a shot and fall backwards. Pull. His shoulders. Push. Balance rifle to the body. Push and cheer shot. It wasn't hold sky, Motherly. Your hands are shaking. You didn't fire the rifle. Or somehow you had been able to feel the different endings. You knew that in one of them, Elsie would have been shot and yet didn't stop. She's alive. They shot me. The resilience of the possessed. You don't know why you're surprised. After all, Holt's grandmother is possessed by her own grandfather, a soldier who fought in Civil War and was mowed down by a machine gun. Same machine gun whose person tearing apart the creatures, not mentioning any biology. He pulled his son of bitches. You didn't think about it too much. Asshole fires though. When his machine gun, you run as fast as you can. If you want to survive, you have to get away from there. The only word you can think of to describe what you see is pandemonium. And not only the traditional sense. Place of noise and confusion. When the original sense of the word, the place is the place where all demons congregate. Lee tries to make himself heard for the gunfire and the shrieks of the creatures. To your left, Vic. Oh, for fuck. Oh. Oh, yep. Too late. Or clouds. You never wake up again. Oh, hey. Left. Feel jaws. Close enough far from your neck. Try to run faster. Okay. Duck down and feel the claws of the creature. Raise the back of your neck. Keep running. The big man tries to grab your arm, but you manage to get away. You're almost there. In the car and slam the door shut. You hear the knock and you jump in the seat. Let's go, let's go. Lee speeds up, and the pandemonium is soon behind you. Think about Lee's previous car. What a clunker. And now you know how Lee managed to buy a car like this one. Holt told you. Poor Holt. The Leonids, upright beasts. Intrafamilial possession, experimental weapons, the Order of the Elves, Man Black and Mothmen. There they are. And that was my next book. Touch your belly. All that you suffered tonight. Lou's comment seems to be inappropriate. Travel in silence for a few minutes. Are you alright, Lee? Look a little pale. Takes a few seconds to answer. I don't know. Lee scratches his head. I can see things before they happen, Vic. Lou leans forward. It's not that I see the future. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I can see several presents just before they happen. Come on, babe. Victoria. What you're saying, Lee? Have you felt it since the episode you told us with a white light? Lee's hands are tightly clasped on the steering wheel. It's not like I can control it. The first time I felt it was in the struggle within Elsie. The second when we were running to the car. Lee looks at you in the eyes and suddenly you can feel all his pain. And some of the presents, the creatures, big. Lee's voice breaks. The creatures. And he begins to cry. You feel him gradually calming down with our contact. You rest his head on her hand and you stroke his cheek. For a few minutes, you move your hand and settle back in the seat. You look for Lou in a rearview mirror and see him jotting something in his notebook. He seems to always be writing in one way or another. You envy his tenacity, and you wonder if maybe that's what it takes to be a writer. He steps on the brakes and opens the door on his side. Wait here. What happened? Can you see anything from there? Shake your head. Here he comes. A goat baby? It's Hertvik. Although neither of you say anything, you think you know what you have to do. Lee kisses you in the mouth and starts the car. In the backseat, Lou clears his throat. I don't want to be anticlimactic, but the demonization of the god Pan, Satan, as a male goat. You do know that there are records throughout history of bloody wars against goatmen, don't you? Here it is. Game Mothmen, 1966. It was an extremely interesting game. It reminds me back of the Atari games, which is just multiple choices and shit. Simple. And it's mesmerizing. And I guess that's it. Oh, and that's the short credits. Yeah, I think I can see how little this game work. Oh! I did not expect. I guess that's it. I think I would just, it seems that I don't get all the achievements, unfortunately, but maybe I can get all the achievements off camera, but here it is. That is the game Mothmen 1966. I got it in my, got it on sale on Steam. Even though it's not on sale, it's pretty cheap. I think you guys can get a hang of it. And of course, you must get it as you can. If you love artistic games like these, I highly recommend you do get it. maybe I will play any more games that are similar to this, you know, extremely pixelated, in the 90s, or the retro game vibes. So yeah, you want me to check the gallery, I think. You're really inaccurate. I guess that's the bunch of achievements. Yep. I guess that's all the shit that I... That's pretty good. So yeah. That's all the shit. See you on the other side. Bye for now.